Hey there, this is PurposeWay22, head of community at Ordinal's bot, and I'm here with another walkthrough video for y'all today. Today we're going to be talking about delegate inscriptions. If you hold a Runestone, you're very familiar with. Runestone was a project done by Leonidas, which was airdropped to over 112,000 different Bitcoin addresses. And the file itself was a gorgeous three-dimensional rotating video file, which actually took up 4 megabytes of space, which is an entire Bitcoin block. The project was massive, and to airdrop 112,000 versions of this required a little bit of gymnastics by the Ordinal's bot team back then, but it's really actually a pretty simple tool that we've developed here for y'all to use. Basically what we're doing is we are calling back to an earlier inscription. We're making a copy of that particular media from that inscription and we're pulling it in as kind of like a reference point. The delegate inscription is the same as a normal inscription. You'll have metadata, meta protocol, all that good stuff, but you don't have the file size and the inscription cost to deal with. So let's dive in. The first thing that we're going to do, we're on ordinalsbot.com here. I'm going to connect my wallet. We've got a bunch of different wallet options for you to choose from, but I'm going to use X first for this video. The modal pops up, you just click connect and then sign that message to get your wallet connected. Boom, now we can see we've got our wallet connected here, our handy little points balance there, and we are by default on the inscribe and the files. So we're going to stay on the inscribe tab this time, but we're going to change this little flipper over to delegate. Now we can see here we're going to add inscription IDs. So again, we're going to be calling back to an earlier inscription and we're going to pull that media, whatever it is, video, music, JPEG, whatever, and we're going to pull that into the inscription that we're about to create. So we need an inscription ID to call back to. What I'm going to do is use my profile picture. This is my child, Billy Cat, Node Rock, and the original parent is here. You can get the inscription ID from the URL up here. It's that string of numbers and letters, or you can just scroll down a bit and that ID right there is what we need. So we're going to copy that. And now we're going to paste that here in inscription ID. We can make as many copies of this as we like. If you've got an event going on, so you want to create a POAP, maybe you can inscribe a really cool piece of media and then make delegate versions of it. Now, if you wanted 200 of that, you can. Do keep in mind that you will have to still inscribe these files. So 200 files, $200 about with the current gas fees. It's not too bad actually, but that number will update depending on how many files you want. So 50 files cost about 57, not too bad. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to have that be one. You can add or remove inscription inputs as you like. So we can do multiples. We could batch these up at the same time. If I wanted to do my original Node Rock as well, I could just go ahead and copy that ID there, throw that in. Now we're doing 2 delegates, right? And so the price updates a little bit. We'll just do that for the purpose of this video and change that, each number as you like. And then once you're done, just click save. Okay. And now to these inscriptions, like I said at the beginning of the video, you can add meta protocols. You can add metadata with a JSON file if you'd like. And if you want to make this into a parent child, you can add that information there too. Since we connected our wallet at the beginning of the video, our taproot is filled in by default there. But if you want to change that to a different receive address, you can click change and then fill that wallet in there. Next, we're going to look at the type of fee that we're going to use for this. So I typically keep things on normal because it's fairly affordable and gets done, within 30-ish minutes. Things update in real time as the Bitcoin gas fees change. So you can see that changing there on our screen. If you want to change to economy, save yourself some money. It's going to take a good bit longer. You can do that. Or if you're a speed maxi and want to move over to custom, you can do your own particular gas fees there. Now, once you're satisfied with all of that, we're just going to click submit and pay invoice. And then once the invoice pops up, we've got 3 different ways to pay. I mentioned being a speed maxi earlier. We actually have Lightning Network integrated into Ordinal's bot. So if you want to scan this QR code or copy that invoice right there, you can send that an exact amount of Bitcoin and it'll settle instantly thanks to Lightning payments. You can pay on-chain BTC here, which just means if you have your Bitcoin on a different wallet, if you've got it in a Ledger or Magic Eden wallet or whatever it is, scan that QR code, copy that address, send that exact amount of Bitcoin, you'll be good to go. Or if you just want to pay with your connected wallet, that's what I'm going to be doing for this demo. Just click on that button right there, pay with connected wallet. So we'll do that. Xverse pops up. It'll give us the cost that we're paying and then the fee. So I'm only going to be paying like $5 to make these 2 delegate inscriptions, which is pretty dope. Click on confirm and that transaction is broadcasted. Okay, and now we're down to the keeping up with your order and checking on the status. So what we're going to do is if you X out of that payment modal, you can copy this order ID. Now it's very important. Please don't share this order ID with anyone except for Ordinal's bot staff. And if you do that, please share that in Discord in our official support ticket channel. We're not ever going to DM you. We're not going to ask you to DM and share your order ID with us. It's only going to be in that ticket support channel. We use this to actually check out all of the details of your order. And so obviously we want you to keep that safe. So what we're going to do to check the status of this order is click on check orders down here at the bottom. You can also go to ordinalsbot.com/orders if you like, paste that order ID right there, and then click on get order info. So here we are. You can see they found payment. It's in the mempool. You can track the transaction here. Keep in mind, Bitcoin is slow, right? It takes about 10 minutes for each Bitcoin block. If you want to keep track of that progress, just click on that link there and we'll go to mempool.space with your transaction. It gives you an estimated ETA, which I I find very handy. And then up here on the right, it says unconfirmed. Once your transaction is confirmed, that'll change to green. Typically, there are multiple steps in inscribing files. So we'll have the payment, which takes 1 block to confirm. And then we're going to actually inscribe the file and send it. And that takes another block to confirm. So most of the functions that you do on Bitcoin will take 15 to 20 minutes-ish, optimistically. It could take longer than that if the blocks are being full. You know, a lot of times larger projects will make the blocks slower. So definitely keep track of the mempool transaction and know that there's not really a good way to speed it up. Patience is the name of the game. The sending status down here will update as the payment is received and the files are inscribed, and those files will be sent to the receive address that we had connected there. So there you have it. There's a really quick tutorial on how to use delegate inscriptions on Ordinal Spot. Super simple. If you're a larger project, like I said, and you want to do POAPs or you want to issue editions of a particular piece of art, this is a great way to do so for cheap. If you have any questions, do feel free to hop into our Discord. I've got lots of people on standby who know what they're talking about and can help answer any questions that you have. And if you're watching this video on X, do make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a handy dandy walkthrough playlist just for you with all of the Ordinal Spot functions. And if there's any tutorial videos that you would like to see, leave me a comment. I would love to make a video just for you. Until next time, this is PurpleSoy22, head of community at Ordinal Spot. Thanks for watching.